the language and the tempo is a little bit, and I never hold the notes long enough, or I don't cut off, and I can never come into the right beat, and it's just not fun for me to sing because I mess it up every time.
So do you think that if eventually you got to a point where you felt very prepared with the piece, do you think you would enjoy it, or do you think that due to you not liking it right now, that it's kind of ruined it for you?
I mean, it does flow nicely, so I probably could like it. So you're right, I do like nice flowing pieces. If I got better at it, then I might like it, but right now it's not my favorite. I like the way it sounds when other people sometimes.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through somewhat of a guided meditation. It's not really totally meditation, but I just want you just to kind of sit back and close your eyes and think of both of the pieces. Okay, so I'm going to kind of say some things and tell you to think of certain things, and you can tell me how you feel. You can just kind of sit there. It's all up to you.
Okay.
So I want you to think of the piece that you enjoy. It's called This Little Rose. Think of all the melodic lines in it. Think of the notes that you read, all the certain passages in it that you really like to hit. Maybe there's a certain word in there that's on the right note perfectly in your register that you just really like to hit. And you think it sounds really good and crisp and clean. And then I want you to think of you singing that in a big concert hall. And that really strong diction just kind of cuts right through and it's perfect. And the lines are echoing through the concert hall, and that one ending part comes. You're not nervous about it because you totally have it solid, and like you said, it doesn't go up that high, so it's right in your register, and you just nail it. It's perfect. The diction's good, the line is there, it flows wonderfully. Okay. Now, I want you to start thinking about John Sole. Right. Makes you feel a little more nervous, a little more uneasy, I notice already. You're kind of breathing a little heavier. Now, okay. So I want you to think of all the things about it that trouble you, all the lines that you don't quite have yet, some of the Italian that's not quite there. But now I want you to start thinking about the line. Think about the melody and how pretty it is, and how much you enjoy listening to it. All the long lines and the ending, and that note at the end, and all your ornaments that add to it, that add your little flavor to it. You know how pretty that's going to sound. Now imagine yourself singing the song, totally prepared, and you're in that big concert hall, and you know you have this piece totally 100% solid. You've got this piece down cold. And you're going to hit that high note at the end, it's the A, and you just nail it. And it's a clean, Italian, perfect diction. If someone was in there that spoke fluent Italian, they could understand everything that you said. It was perfect. They come up to you after all, the line, the flow was wonderful. I understood everything you said. I'm surprised that you're not Italian. So now, I want you to tell me now how you feel about this piece. You feel calm.
Oh my god, I love this song. It sounds pretty in my head.
It sounds pretty in your head. Now,
yeah.
Do you think now, looking back on how it made you feel, and now how if you look at it in a different way, do you think that learning it is going to be as challenging?
I still think it'll be hard, but I don't think it's going to sound bad.
It's not going to sound bad. See, what I think that it would be really helpful is if instead of thinking it as trying just to keep learning and pushing through, you need to have that end goal in mind. You need to constantly step back and think, you know, when I sing this at my juries in Harris Theater, or if I decide to sing this for a solo somewhere else, and I'm going to know it solid, and it's going to be in that concert hall, and it's that diction at the end, it's just going to be clean, and it's going to echo, and everyone's going to clap and love me. That's how you have to think of it. If you go into just instantly thinking there's this wall right in front of your face. You know, like it's hard, it's difficult, there's nothing I can do. I'm just going to keep practicing and practicing, but it's still going to make me nervous. You know, but if you go and maybe that wall is still there, but maybe there's a window in the wall and you can see through the window at that end goal, it's not as scary of a wall. But if it's just a big solid brick wall, you can't see to the other side. So you got to kind of look through. Now, what I want you to do lastly is I want you just to sit back and I want you to talk to me about the piece that you enjoy.
What do you mean? What would you like to know?
Just the same things. I want you to envision yourself singing it really well. And I want you just to talk to me how you're feeling. You just sang this in a concert hall and you nailed it. It was wonderful.
I'm excited. I like singing when I feel something for the music. And I feel like I can feel something for the music better when I don't know, connected, comfortable, I don't know. I'm not afraid of it. Because then I don't have to worry so much about what I'm doing. And I feel like when I perform this, it's going to be good. Just because
Now,
it's going to be so good. I'm so excited.
now, I want you to tell me the same thing, but for Jessel. You just sang this piece perfectly. Don't even think about how you performed it. Just know that you just sang this in the concert hall in front of so many people perfectly. You nailed it. It was wonderful. How do you feel?
Good. Really, really good because it was hard. It took a long journey to get it perfect. So that's good.
So what I think would really help you is that when you're practicing Gel Sole, you not only need to have the same frame of mind as you do when you're practicing your other piece. You know, you need to constantly draw connections. Well, you know, this piece is hard, but it has this beautiful line that I love, and once I nail it, it's going to be great. And then you need to constantly have that end result in mind. Constantly thinking that it's going to be amazing, and whether you sing it in juries or you sing it in a performance or whatever, but it's going to be amazing. Because it's going to be how you envision it in your head. Like you said, it sounds really pretty in my head. You need to constantly have that in your head version as a goal. And I think that will help. And if you do that with any other piece that you find challenging or it makes you nervous, but you have that goal in mind, it'll help the ideal performance state come out faster, and eventually it's going to come automatically. You're going to think of every piece of, when I perform this, it's going to be great. And you won't be nervous anymore. So that's what I want you to do. Thank you, and I had a good time.